One of the most common questions I get as a coach is, Giovanni, which city should I move to if I want to improve my dating life? So in this video, I'm going to give you a new model to help you decide where to move to. If you don't know me, my name is Giovanni. I'm a social skills coach. I help men and women improve their social skills. Now, this model that I'm going to teach you today is called the 4 M's. And before I give it to you, I want you to know that there's a lot of reasons people move to a new city. It could be for their job. It could be for their family. It could be escaping, a war situation. And this model particularly focuses on the reasons that single men move to a new city. Okay, and it's going to help you assess the pros and cons to your dating life. So here is my model for the 4 M's, and they are money, mating/marriage, mastery, and magic. Money has to do with your earning potential. How much money can I make here? How much can I learn here? How many other people are in the same industry that I want to be in? What is my potential for climbing the ladder, so to speak? Mating/marriage. So mating is, what are my mating opportunities here as a single guy? What's the sex ratio here? Are the type of girls I actually like here? Am I going after, long-term girlfriends, or do I want one-night stands? And then I put /marriage because where you are when you're in a relationship or thinking about getting married or spending time with your wife or wanting to have kids, it's completely different than when you're single. In fact, cities that are great for marriage are not great for when you're single, and vice versa. But I want you to think about, if I were to get married or if I had a girlfriend, what city would I want to be in to nurture that relationship? Mastery. Where can I go to master my craft? If you're a comedian, it's really hard to make it if you're not in LA or New York. If you're a singer, maybe Nashville will be a great place for you. If you're in tech, Seattle and the Bay Area will be great for you. However, you can master your craft, right? But you might not have a great dating pool. So where can I go to master how I can contribute value to the world? Then the 4th one is magic. What's the spirit of the city like? When I got to LA, a lot of people don't like LA, but I felt so inspired. There were so many different types of people doing creative things. And where we lived on the west side, it was so beautiful at that time. There's no other place like New York if you love Broadway. If you're into Silicon Valley, you want to, be a VC early investor, the Bay Area used to be the place to go. If you want to be in the financial center of the world, New York is the city to go. Where does it inspire you and connect to you spiritually? Magic is that emotion that just makes life feel magical, It's that spiritual connection you have with the place. And it's really important when you're thinking about moving. So what is the best city for you? Well, I'll give you 2 examples. Some people like to just focus 100% chips on one aspect. I did that when I was looking to get into tech and I needed my green card. So I put all my eggs in one basket and I moved to San Jose. I knew that if I was in Silicon Valley, I could get a job, work in startup, learn a little bit. And then what happened was, over 2 years, I worked from startup to startup. I got rejected by Google 25 times. And then on the 26th try, I got an interview with 2 different departments at Google. And long story short, eventually I got an offer and they sponsored me for my citizenship. San Jose, for those of you that know, is the worst single male to single female ratio in the country, and my dating life suffered. But my economic life, the things I learned as a young college graduate, immeasurable, right? Eventually, when I moved away from the Bay, my dating life improved a lot. So in that case, I was heavy on just money and mastery. I wanted to learn to make money, to get my green card, and to just master my craft. I'll give you another example. I had a client who moved to Las Vegas, okay? He just wanted to learn how to pick up girls, how to get one-night stands. And he wanted to do that in his early 30s before he got too old. And Vegas, although it's not great for long-term relationships and there's a lot of transient people, but he wanted to go to Vegas, get into the nightlife scene, and he wanted just to learn how to meet girls during nighttime. To him, it was 100% in the mating space. And then later on, I had a more balanced view, right? For me, Los Angeles. Los Angeles had the tech scene that I was looking for, right? Not the same as Silicon Valley, but major tech scene. There's a place called Silicon Beach in LA where all the tech headquarters are. The mating pool was good. There was a lot of cute girls there, right? So I had the money aspect, which was my career was good. The mating was good. There were a lot of cute girls, a lot of opportunities during the day and nighttime. I could master my craft, working in my profession. And I felt the magic of LA. I loved LA. I love that even people there were so brutally honest about how superficial they were. They were just yeah, I care about looks, or yeah, I care about money. And there wasn't this game that most people play where they pretend they don't care about it, but they actually care about it. So for me, LA was a really cool place to be, and it kind of balanced all 4 points. And one exercise you can do is you can draw out these 4 quadrants on a piece of paper. And what I do is I put money, mating, mastery, magic. And for each one, I have a column for pros and a column for cons. Pro could be great for my industry. Con could be a lot of smaller companies, right? And then for each one one of those things I write down, I assign them a point system. So 10 being amazing pro, and then -10 for being like the worst con. And then what I do is I add up all the scores for each one. Money, mating, mastery, and magic. And you look at the scores for each quadrant and you're like, okay, which one has the highest score? And then you can even add up all 4 quadrants and have a total number. And that number kind of tells you like, okay, this is kind of the overall score. And then you can decide, you know what, I decide, magic to me is the most important thing. I'm a young guy. I want to feel the magic. Maybe for you, it's I'm an immigrant and money and my career and mastery is the most important thing. Maybe in your early 30s, you've saved up some money and you're like, you know what, mating is the most important thing for me. I'm going to pick a city that's high on mating. Okay. So this 4M system is something that I actually wrote down in my diary, and I actually like tallied up all of the scores. And it really gives you clarity when you write it down. What's most important to you? Try it out. It's worked for me many times, and I hope it adds value to your life, okay? Once you get to the new city, or maybe you're waiting to move, if you want a competitive advantage on your dating game, check out some of the free resources in this video's description, okay? And of course, you have access to all my courses there as well. Enjoy.